The fact of the matter is, whether you've been in network marketing for years or just a few days, your family and friends have seen your opportunity and your phone is, as we call it, burnt. If you're anything like me, that's a scary thought. So the big question is, how do entrepreneurs like us, who love the network marketing profession, who no longer want to be that guy, and are tired of convincing people during uncomfortable let's get coffee meetings where they say, what's this all about? How do we market in a way that aligns us with our dream clients and expands our network of upfront and transparent professionals, allowing us to get our time back, our families back, and gain a real passive asset? People like us who value impact over income, we deserve to see our visions once and for all. Join me in this podcast where we'll uncover just how to do that. My name is Eric Sablon. Welcome to Burnt Phone Marketing. What's going on, everybody? Eric Sablon here from Become the Upline. Super excited. A lot of people say, hey, Eric, how do you get, multiple jobs done? How do you get a bunch of things done at the same time? And I just say, I wake up early. I was up at 5 a.m., got a workout in, and got all of my day settled. So I live by my calendar. So I literally make sure that my calendar is set. So I've set that for today. And I actually put this on here today because I know there's a lot of marketers out there. And hashtag live if you're coming in live, hashtag replay if you're catching this on the replay. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are trying to market online and then their offer is just falling flat. And that's what I put on there. So a quick story about me. So what we did was we created a core offer, a $37 offer a year ago. It was almost literally to this day, it was a year ago. And we literally created a $37 offer. Fast forward, and here was the thing: we actually focused on one core offer. We didn't go and do this, we didn't go do that, we didn't do anything else. We just focused on selling that one core offer. And what's really cool about that is now, what's up, Jay? Hashtag live if you're coming in live, hashtag replay if you're coming in on the replay, and where are you coming in from? So we are actually, I'm blessed because I'm able to teach this weekend, and we are launching our second quarter mastermind that's coming up this weekend. And I'll drop some details in there for you guys, but stay to the end because we're going to give you something free. I'm just going to kind of run through a little bit about what we're going to talk about this weekend and why it's so important to create a core offer and create a message around your core offer. So I'm actually just going to quickly share my screen real quick and walk you guys through something that we've done with our core offer. And it's very, very easy. So we're going to go over three things this weekend. I'm going to go over three things this weekend. What's up, Manchester, United Kingdom? Awesome. What's up, Rachel? So we're going to go over three things this weekend. I'm going to go over three things this weekend. I'm going to go over the problem. I'm going to go over the process, and then a quick one-sheeter that you can do all of your stuff with no tech. Like literally you can create an offer and send it with no tech. So let me switch this up real quick. So we're going to talk about the problem. So one thing that I found with a lot of the problem things is people create a vanilla process. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to play a quick video of one of my clients that I worked with just recently that talked about that got some value from what we talked about. Now, her name's Faith, and she's from across the water. So she's on the other side. She's in Europe. But I'm just going to play this video real quick so you guys can see exactly the epiphany she had when she ran through this problem promise process. So let's just bump this in there.
Enjoy
and push play.
Experience for me. This is something that I had never done before. So coming into BTU and being introduced to this process has been phenomenal. When I first met with Eric to discuss my core offer, I wasn't very clear on what I wanted to do. My offer wasn't really dialed in. It wasn't speaking to any particular individual. It was so general. And Eric called it a vanilla promise, because it wasn't resonating with any particular individual. So we had a brainstorming session, and I went back and I looked at my promise again. I looked at the problem and I looked at my promise, and I had to redo the whole document. but just that conversation that we had, and the pointers that he gave me on how I need to think about my promise, it was really an eye opener. It was so great, and I was able to come up with a promise that spoke to a particular group of people, a very small group of people, the 5% of the people who are going to show up to my coaching program. These people are going to be committed, and these people are going to show up with a credit card and sign up, and we're going to go. So I was able to dial down my promise to only those few individuals who are willing to give it all, go all in, and work on themselves and be able to transform themselves and their lives. And what I absolutely loved about this piece of document is, as I was going through the document, I was actually laying out my coaching program. I didn't realize it at the beginning. It was just like, oh my God, this is my whole coaching program. It's all laid out, and it helped me to identify which are going to be my quick wins and which are going to be the long-term goals for the coaching program. It's just been a wonderful and amazing experience. And each time I meet with Eric, getting those tasks, taking time to do the tasks, and then go back to him when I'm ready, and then we move on to the following task. So just going through the stage, the whole process, stage by stage, has really been excellent for me, because I really needed that kind of support, and I really needed that kind of focus. And when you're working on this document, it's just, tunnel vision. You focus on your core offer, you focus on your vision, you focus on your coaching program, and the result has been phenomenal. And I'm so looking forward to the next stage of my journey.
So that's actually just one of our newer students. That's Faith, and she went through the promise, the problem, promise, and process worksheets, and she's working on the next step. So we're actually going to give you these documents at the masterclass. So hashtag masterclass. If you don't have an offer, if you don't have anything like that, and you're thinking that you want to come in and actually dive into all of the stuff that we're talking about, I'm going to put the link to the masterclass, because we're actually having that this weekend. It's www.btumastermind.com, and it'll take you through a messenger bot, and we will walk you through the things that basically get you registered. So we talk about a vivid promise. So I'm just going to quickly go over these sheets real quick. So the problem and the promise worksheet. So you want to go over a vivid picture of what their life's going to be like when they're done working with you, when they've signed up with your MLM, when they've done everything that you promised them. You want to be able to put a vivid picture on what that is. And I'm not going to go totally into this worksheet 100%, but I'm just going to know that one thing that you want to do, it's these 2 steps that'll help you with your core offer, is explain their pain or their problem better than they can. Meet them where they are. You guys get that? Explain their pain and problems better than they can. That right there will help you with your messaging and your core offer 100%. And then give them a vivid picture of what they're going to achieve when they're done. So like I said, we'll give you all of these documents. These are part of our documents. But if you come to the mastermind, so hashtag mastermind or register yourself, www.btumastermind.com, and we will get you in and registered. Limited seats. And I actually have a big promise, big surprise at the end to show you. We have a special guest coming in. So that being said, we're going to go to the process worksheet. Now here's where people get stumbled. They just get stumbled making their offer. It's like, boom, we're going to lay out the promise for you. We're going to lay out the step-by-step roadmap. So that way you know exactly what you're doing. And one thing that I like to do is, this is a big thing. I'm high level, just running through a few things. What's the biggest tip strategy that you're going to give somebody that's going to get them quick results in 24 to 48 hours, in 1 week win, in a 1 month win, and the last day of your coaching? So what is that one? What are those 4 things that you're going to give? And that's how you can drive your process to create, to signify that promise and get you dialed in. So I'm going to check the, so we went to the problem and the promise and the process. And this last sheet that I'm going to give you, like all of you guys are like, hey, I'm not sure if I can do this because I don't want to be super tech. I don't want to have to deal with all this tech stuff. So here's one thing. We call this the one-sheeter. And when it loads for a second, I'm going to just show you. Basically, this is the one-sheeter. This is your sales funnel. You don't even have to do anything with the sales funnel. You literally create your offer and you send this to them. If you are, and then basically, if you are, insert blank where they're at now, I believe you can create insert their promise that you're going to give them, and surpass that, insert what they're offering in the next, insert the time frame that you're going to deliver on. Here's how we lay the foundation. So I'm just going to quickly run through the sales sheet, but it literally will give you everything that we have here, and you can send this to this person to have them help decide if you're the right fit for them, if they're the right fit for you. So we went over problem, we went over promise, we went over process, and then we went over a quick one-sheeter that you can give a client to add more value to people, to add more value and to signify and basically put in stone what you're going to offer them if they show up. And like Faith said, if they show up and play full out, if they show up and do the work, and if they show up and they pay and bring their credit card, because people that pay attention. So the last thing I'm going to do, and here it is, like, this is what I'm super excited about. We kind of went out on a limb. We kind of went, we tried and we tried and we tried, and we got lucky. We got really, really lucky. And if you stayed this long, you're going to be super excited because we got lucky, and we actually have a special guest coming to speak at our event. And if you don't know who this is, we actually have Mr. Michael Burnoff. He works from something called Average Sucks. He has a program called Average Sucks, and he is going to come in for about an hour during our mastermind this weekend from noon to 4 Eastern. Noon to 4 Eastern time is when we're going to be going, and that's what time the mastermind is. Every one of you guys are welcome to come in. Hit me up if you want a pass, and I'll get you guys dialed in. But here's a quick video on Mr. Michael Burnoff.
So when you find yourself in one of my Michael Burnoff seminars, when you're at one of the events, I find that most people, they show up for this whole idea of like, oh, Michael's going to teach me how to influence other people, and they're going to lower the resistance, and they're going to be more apt to buy stuff from me, and they're going to be super excited about my products and influence and all that stuff. And I'm happy they find that, because if we can help people economically, that's a real big bonus for people. What I really do, and what people that when they finally come to the event, they understand, is that same technique. And a lot of people, we always look on the outside. We compare ourselves to others. We don't really want to look at the inside, what's really going on with us, or from a reality standpoint. What they find when they come to the event is a little twist that happens for them is they realize that it really isn't about influencing others. That same technique that you can use to get somebody to buy something, how cool would it be able to sell yourself on feeling different about something? So instead of going to work that day, you got to fight with your wife, fight with your husband, fight with your boyfriend, girlfriend, something. How cool would it be able to convince yourself that that doesn't bother you right anymore? How cool would it be to have the ability to move things around in your head? So instead of moving something around and getting you interested, hey, you buy this thing, how cool would it be able to sell yourself on the idea of getting to the gym more often? How powerful would it be to get over things that bother you? Because at the end of the day, influence with other people is huge. But the real power of influence is the ability to influence yourself to get what you want out of life. And I have found that the students that I work with, the ones that really get serious, that get that, when they become influential over themselves, you could stop selling. You could stop worrying about sales, because things start happening. People want to just be around you because you work right. So at the end of the day, I would say really what I do is I teach people how to operate themselves in a very, very effective way, and give them the power to influence themselves to get what they want out of life. And when you have that, anything's possible.
All right, guys. So if you guys are super fired up about that, so we talked about problem, we talked about process, we talked about the promise, we talked about creating a core offer, we talked about the things that'll help you launch your coaching program, help you recruit more people. give you a voice and basically create authority. All of that's going to happen this weekend at the Mastermind. And that is going to be from noon to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hashtag Mastermind if you want the Mastermind. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys there. Super excited. And I will catch you guys on the next live, the next Burnt Phone Marketing podcast, because I'm going to repurpose this. Thanks for listening to another episode of Burnt Phone Marketing Radio. This is host Eric Sablon, and I just did a mastermind. And if you're listening to this after April 16th, unfortunately you missed the live masterclass. However, as a gift to you and a gift to my loyal listeners, I'm going to give you the replays of the sections that I created for this mastermind. So if you go to www.btumastermind.com/replays, I will actually give you the 4 sections of the mastermind that I did. So that's www.btumastermind.com/replay. We will see you on the next episode of Burnt Phone Marketing Radio.